weightage in your university admissions, we all know it. Rather, this is the time to make the children understand.
You know, you've raised a very interesting point. Let's ask Dr. Harsh about how CT University is, preparing even the teachers for the digital, classrooms right now, which is the need of the hour. And she raised also a very good concern that now children, you should focus on learning life lessons. So, Dr. Harsh, how do you think the students in your university and the teachers are preparing for both the things?
Yeah. So first of all, I completely agree with Shalini ma'am. So, City University is the only university in India to start a department of happiness and well-being. Proper well-being curriculum is there and we tied up with round glass, and it is mandatory for all students to participate in the happiness and well-being classes, and a proper curriculum, well-framed system is devised over there. And one more thing is that we are focusing on social skills as well. And we started a department of social impact strategy. 50 hours of social work is mandatory for all students. And students are doing all CSR activities. Even in this tough time, City University students and faculty, they are donating a lot of stuff to the rural people and to the people who are not able to afford that much. So this is all about social work of City University, which is doing wholeheartedly. So as far as faculty development program, research-based programs are concerned, City University has started a Department of Research and Innovation Center for Excellence. Even they are contributing to Government of India, and we are building with 3D printers different type of devices which can be used in ventilators. So City University is organizing all research-based learning, research-based programs online for faculty, and so that they can be upgraded and they can provide consultancy to different industries. And we are chalking out different plans for our research department to provide different funding, ask for different funding from different foreign universities and industries. So City University is follow more than the curriculum is required, all skill-based things, and apart from skill-based, well-being is most important these days, and a person is required to be mentally tough, especially in these conditions.
Absolutely, well-being is most important. That's why let's go over to Hazel ma'am as well. Ma'am, how would you, pacify all the parents and students who are anxious right now? Shalini ma'am suggested that social welfare and these life lessons are important in today's time. What else would you suggest the parents and, students' waiting time seems to be increased now?
So if you look at it, we have two major communities. We have the teachers and for education as a huge community. So let's not look at brick and mortar because it's all borderless. The other is the student community, and I would include parents in that as well. At this point of time, what I'm trying to encourage a lot of parents and students is talk to other students, be it locally here in India, or other parents, not parents, but students in other universities abroad as well. Get an experiential, how are they coping, what's going on. It makes a huge difference for the students to hear how are they, and sharing of those experiences in terms of resilience. How are the systems adapting? Because if you look at it, the way forward, how things will change in choices. Students and parents may find different other parameters of making their choices of educational institutions, where suddenly it's not the brand name anymore. It's really a learning process. It's in terms of how holistic will this institution support my child. Those are the parameters that will emerge at this point of time. So I would encourage parents and students to build that community strongly. And technology is such a wonderful platform which we are all experiencing every single of the moment of our day. We are exploring and living through that. The other is the learning community, the teachers, the education community. This is our opportunity to collaborate, to learn from each other the good practices, what's working, what's not. None of us have solutions. This is something we are all experiencing together. All of us are in it together. So this would be a wonderful opportunity. Even universities, Indian universities could create a platform where they are talking and engaging with universities across the world in terms of how have they responded and coped with it, because it would be a great opportunity to learn from each other.
Absolutely, it's a great opportunity to learn from each other and the challenging times in the coronavirus pandemic. Let's go over to Shalini ma'am. Ma'am, Hazel ma'am said the right thing, that students and parents both need to build immunity, because enrollment crisis is expected after this pandemic ends and as the aftermath of the coronavirus crisis.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. And I agree with Hazel and Dr. Harsh that what is required at the moment is, moral support. And I'm very happy that when he spoke about his university has a well-being and a happiness curriculum, because that is the need of the hour. And to also be able to tell the children that it's all right. There will be a crisis and we need to help them to be prepared for the same. And I think in another month or 2 months, a lot of courses are already coming online. So if a student is dreaming of going to a foreign university, I'm sure they're also gearing up for this new world where they'll be able to provide most of their courses online, and a child will have the option to be able to do it. Because we must not forget, everybody is trying to innovate now and to create, and these kind of emergencies bring out the best in all of us, because where we are trying to focus on what is the next best thing I can do. And I fully agree that the student support group is a very important thing, where they take, support from each other. Peer learning is very, very important part at this time. And I think if the universities are gearing up for that, I think that's a very, very good news. And children need to be prepared. There will be an admission crisis. Because fall 2020, I think most of the students might not. But then they should not lose hope, because 2021 is not far. And education is not just about a degree or about academics. It's much more than that. And we need to make the students aware. Yes, you will be able to do it in 1 year here and there. Now, with this situation, I think we need to realize it really doesn't make a difference. Learning doesn't stop if we are sitting at home. Learning is all around us. It is how we perceive, how we absorb everything. Even if you're doing a very, very simple task, you are learning something. So I think children need to be encouraged to do that, to have confidence that this thing will get over and they will have a lot of options. And the universities, I think, are gearing up for the future. So I don't think so there is anything to be worried about, and we need to, all the children need to be relaxed right now, and that's my message to them. Focus on your life skills, focus on the skills, focus on things which you love. If you like music, if you like dancing, whatever you like, this is an opportunity to develop those skills, because they help you sometime in your life later.
Absolutely.
Because, anything is a learning. That is what we need to emphasize amongst the student community.
Absolutely. In times we were surrounded by all grim news around us, I think today's masterclass was all about positivity, and that we are all in this together. Students, parents and everyone in the education sector, thank you so much for speaking to us. I think it's a very positive note. Let's end today's masterclass. News and updates continue on India Ahead.